There's huge amount of money paid out in this transfer window, record fees getting higher all the time. You've always stuck to your principle that you'll have a valuation for a player and won't go above it. Now, with fees rising all the time, is that something that you would ever sway from, or you will always do that? I think the player is worth that amount and you won't go above it, even if,
No, I think that would be... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen in the transfer. I can imagine, but I don't know. So if I have to maybe anticipate, and the important is take a good decisions. So take the right players when you're going to buy. Again, involved in the whole group, in all dynamic that we have built in these many years. And this is the intention that always we have about the prices. I don't know what's going to happen. I think will be more expensive than usual, but I don't know.
Well, if they do go above what you think a player is worth, you say, right, that's fair enough.
We have done recently in the last years many times. Yeah, when the club decide it's too much, we don't take it. So I couldn't explain 3 or 4 or 5 cases with. I wouldn't be talking with the players involved, because they go in other clubs. But I have in my memory 4 or 5 players that the clubs we want to negotiate it fair enough. So I'm not saying the opposite, and we decide no, this is too much, and we didn't do it.
Pep, Haaland and Kane, they're very different types of strikers. Is there any benefit for someone like Haaland, who's younger, to study Kane to help to learn things, or is he so different that it complicates things? Erling is.
I think Erling, one of the attributes I surprised the most is the feeling that how he's aware that he can improve in many departments. And I'm pretty sure maybe watching Harry Kane, but not necessarily watching Harry. So and other players, he has the will to. I can do better, and with the age is the best thing he can believe. Otherwise, it will be boring. And always, since we pass away, always we can improve. It's the only thing in our lives. Never stop. Never stop. We can do.
And just very quickly, did you say that Cancelo might come back to City? Would you be happy? Is that a possibility?
Now he's there, and we'll see what happens at the end of the season.
You'd be happy to have him next season?
I'm saying at the end of the season we want to talk many things with many players. So we'll see.
Hi Pep. After the Tottenham game, you spoke about you was critical of the atmosphere in and around the dressing room. Called the squad. You said you didn't want a squad of happy flowers. What has the reaction been from the players? We've seen it on the pitch, obviously, but you work with them every single day. Have you been happy with the reaction after that criticism?
I don't know. The criticism was exclusively to the players, and it was not my words about the criticism because it was after a victory. It's just the feeling I have that after 11 titles in 5 years or 4 Premier Leagues in 5 years, that fact that, okay, we have time, we'll see. And when you drop a little bit in this competition, this memory is more and more difficult. But I'm the first in the list to say my self-criticism, to do what they have to do to make the team alive again, and every single ball and every single action be really important. And that was the message for all of us, all the organization, not just for exclusively the players. It's easy to blame to the players because they are the leading role in this movie. But it's not just about them, it's everyone. And you have to, come back. And that not change one day or another way or in one press conference, change everything. It's a process the day daily and try to, to be there.
You said you'll speak to different players at the end of the season about the future. Do you think
now I say that after what happened with Joao, it looks like and everyone is going to leave. I'm not saying. At the end of the season, every season happened the same. We're going to talk with many players. Happened since we arrived. So maybe next season we continue with absolutely all the players and become new ones or no. I don't know. When ask me about Joao, about myself too, or whatever. So nobody knows it's going to happen. So now we have 4 months ahead. Now the transfer window is closed, is over. So focus in this 4 months, a little bit more left, and after we will see what happens. I don't know what's going to happen with any single player, honestly.
But do you think that your words a few weeks ago after that Tottenham game made some players realise that when you're at a club like City, there is a certain level that they've reached over the last few years
They don't need
that
my
they
words.
have to maintain?
They don't need my words to know it. They don't need my... They know where they are. Yeah, expectations is this club rise, increase a lot. And our standard is simple. Before the season, November, we should be in the Premier League. So this is a reality. So accept that and handle the situation is difficult. Expectations are so high. Before, when I arrived, was not high. So and you have to handle it. You have to do it as much better as possible.
Hi, Pep. You said a few months ago that you didn't sign Jack Grealish to score goals or make assists. Since the World Cup, I think he's played every game and he's playing at a very high level. I think he's a regular starter. Are you still surprised he's only scored 2 goals this season?
He's regular starter because playing really good. So, and the players. So I rotate a lot the team, but in the same time I see how they perform in every single game and have to try to continue. And Jack is playing really good, and in his contribution and assets was clear in 2 or 3 games. Leeds, Chelsea, scored goals and is close to score more. So yeah, continue with that.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.